And we are in line 33. It says, because they rebelled against his spirit, talking about God's spirit, that's a capital H, capital S, his spirit, so that he spoke rash with his lips. And it's talking about Moses. That's a lowercase he, a lowercase his. So he did. He if he had not spoken rashly with his lips, you know, maybe he would have remembered that God said speak to the rock. But he started off speaking harshly to the people, and that just threw him off. And that's another lesson for us to learn too, is that always my motto, that I like to that I have is, he who angers you controls you. That's my motto I've been having for a long time. And so, and you have to make sure you have that even keel. And so if you don't get angry, then you can think rationally. Once you get angry, you're going to think irrationally. And all kind of things just starts happening and coming out. But if we could stay calm, cool, and collective, then we can be able to think rationally. Let's move it to our next stanza, 34. Starting at line 34 in Psalm 106. They did not destroy the peoples concerning whom the Lord had commanded them, but they mingled with the Gentiles and learned their works. They served their idols, which became a snare to them. They even sacrificed their sons and their daughters to demons, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and daughters, whom they sacrificed to the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus they were defiled by their own works, and played the harlot by their own deeds. Let's elaborate on this one. Now, you can tell that it's moving from what? The Exodus. And now Joshua is, I think Joshua had done died, because at that time they were saying, Joshua had said in Joshua, what? As for me and my house, we would serve the Lord. Choose whom you going to serve. And they all said they were going to serve God. Well, that didn't last too long, because when we get to Judges, nobody knew the Lord. That happened. That went away fast. Because no one taught them after Joshua. Weren't paying attention. 34. They did not destroy the peoples concerning whom the Lord had commanded them. And so when God led them to a land, they had to destroy the people of that land. If they let them people live, then they take on their ways and their gods and their idols and everything else. And that caused them to what? To go against God. Let's look at it in Judges 1:21. Shameful. It's the same way today. I mean, can't put too much down on the Israelites. Can't put too much, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing as today. Nothing new under the sun. It's not. Same thing. Judges 1:21. It says, but the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites who inhabited Jerusalem. So the Jebusites dwell with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem to this day. And that's a failure on their part, because they didn't drive them out. They didn't drive them out. And it sends us to Deuteronomy 7:2. Deuteronomy 7:2. That says, and when the Lord your God delivers them over to you, you shall conquer them and utterly destroy them. You shall make no covenant with them, nor show mercy to them. And that's what they had to do. That's what they had to do. But they did not do that. And so it was that one. So it's just Deuteronomy 2 and also 7:2 and then 7:16. And that says, and you shall destroy all the peoples whom the Lord your God delivers over to you. Your eyes shall have no pity on them, nor shall you serve their gods, for that will be a snare to you. So you shall consume all the people. They did not consume them at all. They did not do what God told them to do. But they mingled with the Gentiles and learned their works. That's what they did. And that sends us to Judges 3, 5, and 6. That says, so the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives and gave their daughters to their sons. And they served their gods. And that's what people do. I mean, it's the same thing. When you start marrying and intermingling with people, then you you forget everything that you were raised to do, raised about God, and you start serving those people gods who you done intermingle with. And you think what they're doing is right, and you think that how you were raised was wrong. And so that's why it's not good to intermix. I'll see you in the next segment.